Boris Todbringer, Elector Count of Midland and one of the Empire's finest warriors, marches today at the front of a mighty host into the lands of Sylvania. Rumors have reached him that the infamous Bloodborne Karsten has risen once again at the behest of some unknown power. Alongside him march the Fey Enchantress, powerful sorcerer and representative of the Lady, who has even used her powerful magic to summon the mythical Green Knight on her mission to dispel the foul magic that grips the lands of Sylvania, before it too threatens Bretonnia. Unknown to them, Blood has made a powerful ally from across the sea, and has marshaled a force mighty enough to challenge the hosts sent to destroy him. Empowered by Moslev, the Chaos Moon, on this night of Geheimnisnacht, this will surely be a pivotal battle for the fate of the old world. Hey, hello, this is Full speaking. I hope you enjoyed that little intro over there. It was somewhat difficult to make, but nothing too much. So yeah, happy Halloween, and today I have a very spooky battle for you guys today. A 2v2 Halloween special battle that I managed to get going with some random people on a server in Warhammer 3. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun battle that I played through, and it's actually going to be pretty close, which, you know, are the ones that I like to upload because those are the most fun to watch in my opinion. So yeah, why don't we start with the army composition? In case you want to skip it, just go in the little time that I probably have down there already. Starting over with the Vampire or the Undead Alliance, we have Celestia of the Vampire Coast, which I finally remember the name. She is over here in her big boy, cute boy crab. I think that's a Promethean. I don't remember the proper name. She is bringing quite a lot of spells. The Branger's Revenge, Fog of the Dam, Tide Call, and some Song of Enthrallment to just debuff and just destroy whatever enemy she finds her way. Her army is mostly deckhand mob, some zombie pirate deckhand mob, just the normal ones, and of course with polearms because this. Oh no, that's this is, yeah, which can do quite a lot of damage with their armor piercing and anti-large polearms. Some sirens also over here, which with their magical attacks can probably deal with any infantry unit and cavalry unit that comes their way unless they have magical attacks. Some deck droppers with handguns, which can just for some French sport, I guess, and some fellbats over here. The rest of the army is well, yeah, a lot of zombies, some carronades, some artillery support, deck gunners, which can do quite a lot of damage if left to do their thing, and some I don't know where they are. Oh yeah, zombie pirate gunnery mob with handguns. All of those are more like rifles, but anyway. Lastly, 2 units of Death Guard with polearms. We just look at these bad boys. If I remember correctly, they're pretty busted in the current game. So yeah, they're going to be pretty vital to winning this battle. As Celestia herself is going to be. Going over to the Vampire Counts, we have Vlad himself defending the lands of Sylvania with his host of undead. He is bringing the Karsten Ring, Master of Bewilderment, a lot of spells, especially Invocation on the Heck and Raise the Dead, of course, and also the Blood Drinking to just regen and he's just going to be a tanky boy with a lot of magic who's going to do his best to keep the line going. In regards to the army, just Skeleton Warriors, Skeleton Spearmen, just spooky boys over here who are going to do their best to hold the line and kill any cap or infantry that come their way. They're not going to do much, but they can certainly pull their way at least. Some zombies also in their midst over here, just going all across the line to support the Vampire Coast. Just to fill up the ranks and just keep enemies in place. Some Cane Rights who can probably deal with most units with their armor piercing and magical attacks. Some Black Knights with lances and barding magical attacks as well. Yeah, they have. I didn't know that, but yeah, they have magical attacks. Some pretty good cavalry. I was thinking of bringing Blood Knights, but against the Empire and the Bretonnia, I don't think it was a good idea. Some Fellbats as well. Some good old Direwolf Dogus as well, and lastly, some Crit Ghouls who can just run pretty fast compared to most infantry and were meant to just rush the enemy. Also, some the chill guys were Headweight Regiment of Renown, who as well can probably deal with most of the units that you throw their way. Going over to the Holy Alliance, that's how I'm going to call it. We have Boris Todbringen, sadly on foot, Deadly Onslaught, Crush the Weak, the Middle Rune Tank, and of course the White Cloak of Ulrich, just to allow him to keep himself in the fight and deal with any enemies his way. A host of flagellants. These guys are fearless and pretty devout, so they're going to hold the line at the cost of their lives, pretty much. In regards to the rest of the army, some Sigmar Sun swordsmen, they're going to also hold the line pretty efficiently, as they are unbreakable and can pretty much just defend themselves pretty well. The Silver Bolts with their magical attacks are going to be essential to deal with any magic within ethereal units. The Stirland's Revenge Regiment of Renown, 3 company militia as well, and lastly 2 units of artillery, the Hammer of the Witches, the Great Cannons with magical attacks, and also the Sunmaker, which is going to just blow up any units that come their way. Oh, also the Vampire Coast, I forgot, also had like Bloated Corpse, but the Bloated Corpse are not working correctly in this patch, and they just explode randomly as soon as you bring them into the battlefield. So yeah, they just exploded. What else? Did I already mention the Knights of the Blazing Sun? No, maybe yes, I don't know. Here they are. Going lastly to the side of Britannia, because we are taking too long on this, we have the Fey Enchantress with a lot of heals, and of course her Chalice of Potions. And the Green Knight with the Dolorous Blade, who's just going to wreck any heroes that come his way. The army is mostly men-at-arms with some yeomen, not yeomen, peasant archers, and of course the Blessed Trebuchet. You cannot go without the Blessed Trebuchet, and the Beast Slayers of Bastogne to deal with any monsters that come their way. Also, Henry Le Massif in his Hippogriff is going to be very dangerous, of course, and also the Pegasus Knights, the only cavalry that Britain is bringing on this battle, which is kind of unfortunate. I enjoy seeing cavalry in the field. Also, the Wardens of Fort, some mounted German archers, but yeah. That's it. That's finally it. And let's go with a battle with a full-on artillery barrage from the Empire, who is going to just destroy the Carronade. They just got completely broken apart in the initial stages of the battle, and that's going to be a pretty big loss for the Vampire Coast, which relies a lot on their artillery. Already one cannon down, and I cannot imagine that these guys are going to hold for a lot longer. Yeah, they're just getting hit pretty hard, and it seems like the Sunmaker is now targeting that gunner. So yeah, the Vampire Coast artillery is going to be just annihilated on these initial stages of the battlefield, which is pretty sad. Celestia herself seems to be going for the forest, trying to probably hide herself from the Hammer of the Witches, which is probably a good move. The zombies and the Skelly Boys are also going over there to spook the enemy and kill them as well. Meanwhile, over here on the left flank, I'm going full on with full on force. My plan was basically to hit them hard with these mobile units, with the Kenrites, and the Quick Ghouls. Just hit them hard and allow these guys to just get into the battlefield without getting too molested. The Warriors of Montfort are sadly going to get in range of the Chill Whiz, and they're just going to suffer heavy casualties against these guys. These guys are not meant to fight in melee. Meanwhile, the Hellbats going over here, going to try to deal with the Hammer of the Witches. They're probably not going to kill them, but just stop them from fire for a little while. Meanwhile, from the forest come the Knights of the Blazing Sun with their magical, fire attack. They're going to make short board of those Chill Whiz, so they have to get the hell away from there. They're going to receive some support from the Crit Ghouls and the Kenrites, but they're going to be sent flying away. But these guys are just going to break through these guys, but that's going to be pretty dangerous for them, as the Chill Base are going to do a counter charge. And now these guys are pretty much surrounded on this side, on the back, and they're going to be taking atrocious amount of damage if they stay in here. Just look at that. Yeah, just look at that Hellput just disappearing completely. Some zombies over here trying to keep them into place, but they're going to manage to escape, although pretty much at half health. That's a very big blow to the Empire this early on, although they have probably managed to compensate for that with the job their artillery has been doing. Over here, that deck drop gunners trying to just fire some cheeky shots into the Fey Enchantress, just trying to bring her down a tiny bit. The Hellbats from the Vampire Coast also engaging the Sunmaker, just doing whatever damage they can, and the Knights of the Blazing Sun just completely retreating from there. The Direwolves have managed to get over here, and the front lines are going to be engaging any moment now. Well, they're already engaging. Meanwhile, the striking force of the Vampire Counts are going to be now engaging and striking against the Sigmar Suns. They're going to get some fire from the archers, but they are mainly going to be coming from that unscathed and are going to start engaging and trying to get on the flank. On column formation, for some reason, the Crypt Ghouls and the Kenrites engage, trying to bring down these Spearmen men-at-arms. These guys are not going to be able to hold the line pretty much against these guys, so yeah, that's a good target for them. Although maybe not going to column formation, that seems like a bit of an oversight. Meanwhile, over here, The last Delphine just engaging whatever she can. A bit of a bombardment spell seems to be the chalice of the Fey Enchanters. I don't know why she's targeting that. But yeah, these flagellants are not going to resist for much longer. They have unbreakable morale, but yeah, against this big boy crab, yeah, they're going to die sooner or later. Over here, that Sirens have engaged some flagellants, but the Green Knight is going to be taking charge of these. Girls are not going to be able to continue to be on that for tomorrow. And meanwhile, over here, Bloodborne Karsten popping up the Karsten ring, trying to engage the Silver Bullets who are having a field. They're just targeting him, but are not going to be having that field for much longer, as some zombies are going to be summoned on top of them, and they're going to disrupt their fire. And yeah, they're going to start taking losses pretty fast with blood on the midst of that. The rest of the army is now targeting the Bretonnian, and the Empire lines are starting to be kind of compromised. They're having big gaps on their lines, and the zombies and the headsrays are just managing to pull through. Now these poor peasant bowmen have to fight these ghosts with big ass sights, which are probably not going to be good for their health. Yeah, they're going to start taking losses pretty fast. These guys definitely don't want to get in melee. There's nothing much that can protect them. The beast layers of Baston are being mobilized to try to stop these guys, but yeah, that was not good for those guys. Also, the Fey Enchantress coming in. She has magical attacks, so she should be able to do some damage. The damn Knights of Knights Errant have been summoned by Celestra, and they are going to charge on the back of the Sternlands, Revenge, and the Flagellants, just trying to do whatever they can. They're going to do a very good damage against these guys, but they're sadly going to disappear any moment now. Celestra taking some fire, but not too much. Her Depth Guard and her zombie with polearms are now engaging the front line of the Flagellants and the men-at-arms. These guys are not going to be holding that long against Depth Guard, and especially with Celestra going to charging from the side. A huge amount of zombies and Skelly Boys are coming over to this side, and Henry Massive is just taking huge amounts of damage from this amount of shooting. Yeah, this guy definitely doesn't want to be fighting on that side. Knights of the Blazing Sun are going to charge full in against the Black Knights. It's anyone's guess who is going to win over here. These guys have magical attacks, but yeah, magical versus fire damage. We will have to see who wins this engagement, if anyone actually wins it. Some Death Guard that went my flank is now ravaging through the lines of the Bretonnian infantry. The remaining lines of the Blazing Sun, but sadly the Hammer of the Witch is going to be engaged by the Kenrites, and yeah, these guys are just going to be executed. Over here, Boris Chargebringer is trying to deal blood himself and trying to save the Silver Bullets. This is going to be a duel for the ages. It's going to be pretty difficult for Boris to do, and he has heals, but blood also heals a lot, and he has a Carson Brick, so yeah, he can pretty much negate a lot of the damage that comes his way. Over here, the cavalry battle is still going on between the Knights of the Blazing Sun and the Blood Knights. Everything good. The flank for the whole alliance seems to be breaking under the weight of all of the undeads. Although this side, the Kenrites appear to finally be breaking down, despite doing pretty grievous losses to the Hammer of the Witch. They should have retreated as soon as they finish their task. Some Skeleton Warriors are over here coming in to support, but it's too late. The Kenrites have been destroyed, and that's a big loss for the Vampire Counts. Also, the damn Knight Servant have been killed, and Stirling's range are just having pop shots at the Skeleton Spearmen, who sadly are not charging in. These guys should probably just charge in and deal with these guys, and allow them to shoot away. They're not the best target, but they're still a unit that is going to be necessary for this battle to go the way of the undead. The remaining Flagellants are still fighting away, but their numbers have been pretty much depleted. There's not a lot of them left, and now the right flank for the Empire is feeling the pressure. Indeed. The Chill Gates have managed to just charge through a unit of archers and back into the second one. The Beastlers are trying to get them to pin them in place and deal with them, but these guys have no chill and are just ripping through the archer lines of Bretonnia. That's not good for Bretonnia at all. You want to keep your archers in the back and allow them to fire as long as possible. Just shoot away their ammo. So yeah, that's not good. Over here, the Silver Bullets are starting to retreat. Some men-at-arms are coming in to support and allow them to run away and shoot away. Paris is still engaging Vlad and his zombies in this magnificent duel that is still anyone's guess who's going to win. Another bombardment by the Fey Enchantress is going to come this way, but it seems that the Skeleton Warriors are just going to evade it completely, which is pretty unfortunate. And over in the forest, it seems that the Blood Knights are going to win this cavalry engagement, which is going to be pretty bad for the Empire because I don't think they have any cap left. And no, the Chill guys appear to be running also over here. But yeah, the Blind Knights of the Blazing Sun were basically the Iron Fist of the Empire, and without them, they basically have no offensive capabilities anymore. And without their artillery, yeah, they're pretty much neutral in terms of damage value. Boris is still fighting away, surrounded by zombies, but furiously stringing at Vlad. The main arms are trying to cut their way through to him, but some Skeleton Spearmen have attacked them from the back, and yeah, these guys are not having a good time at all. Same with Torres. I mean, he's a tanky boy, but Vlad is tankier, and he is starting to feel the pain from all of these zombies and Vlad himself. Over here, the Sigmar Stone are still holding the line despite being pretty much to the last man. They're holding these Skeleton Warriors back. I don't know if they're going to win, but they certainly have pulled their weight, just holding back uncountable amounts of Skeleton Warriors like crippled. So yeah, that's good for them. Over here, the Chill guys are still running around, and the Emperor, the lines for Bretonia and the Emperor have just completely collapsed under the weight of Celestia and the huge amount of undead that are coming this way. Celestia is running around, just dropping a tidal wave on top of those men-at-arms, also doing some damage to these guys, but the men-at-arms are just going to go running completely out of there. They didn't want to go fighting there. The Chill guys going over to try to silence the Silver Bullets, a very dangerous unit, but they're going to be having some flanking fire from Steel Lance Revenge. And that's probably going to be the end for the Chill guys, who have done quite a good job at dealing damage. But yeah, between this amount of fire, yeah, even Ghost can die to bullets, sadly. Over here, Celestia is just running around, destroying whoever she finds. Already down to 1,000, already up to 1,400 damage dealt as gold value. And we're going to see another spell coming from her, which is going to rip through. Yeah, that magical ship is going to come through the floor, through the earth, and just going to completely eviscerate the beast leaders. They were basically at half health and were just destroyed. These guys were completely destroyed. That was a good attack by Celestia, who just basically butchered one of the best units that the Bretonian had still in place. And from that, just 1,000 damage dealt from gold value, just from one spell. That's pretty good. The Chill guys have finally been laid low, and the Skeleton Spearmen that came in to support them are now getting... are not trying to do some job, but I don't know what they're going to do. Over here, Vlad popping out some cheeky zombies up on them, but Troy is going to be even more cheeky by calling support from the Pegasus Knights and the Fey Enchantress and Ken really massive, all on top of Vlad. Which, if you ask me, is not equivalent to a few zombie cheeky boys. And yeah, Vlad doesn't want to get into that. Chorus of Gears have been popped down, which is going to lower the melee attack of these guys. And now also fucked the dam. Another melee attack debuff, and now Songs of Enchantment, which is going to reduce to 0 the melee attack of all these guys. So yeah, these guys are just basically doing no damage right now. Which is good for these guys, but Vlad should probably be sending some support his way, because as soon as this pops down, I mean, this is going to be 0 damage for a while, for a little bit, but as soon as this starts popping down, yeah, it's going to be dangerous for him to stay here. We only see Lostria and some zombies. Oh, but the Death Guard is coming in to support, although the Green Knight also coming in with a heal coming his way. This is not going to be good for him, for Vlad. Celestia is still coming down. The Death Guard is also helping over here. 100 kills and 500 damage dealt as gold value. They really need to bring down Ken really massive, who has been attacked with Master of Bewilderment, which is going to lower his melee attack once again down to 5. Some zombies coming his way, but the Fey Enchantress is just doing her job, killing everyone in this blob, just keeping them in the fight, which is going to be very dangerous. Vlad over here is taking huge amounts of damage, and although Silostra is helping her, yeah, then Vlad appears to just be focused down. He destroyed this poor Pegasus Knight, but yeah, he wants to get the hell out of there. The Green Knight and the Fey Enchantress are also trying to destroy him right now, and yeah, that is down to 1,500, and no more healing is going to be coming his way. And yeah, he's just getting destroyed. 1,000 remaining health, 900 still healing. Oh, another 100 is going to be the end for Vlad. Some last zombies are going to be sent his way, but he is going to crumble and yeah. So fast Vlad gone Karsten. Silvestra is still on the fight. She still has her 2 units of very healthy depth guard, so she still can fight away. And by the looks of it, she still has quite a bit of magic, dropping what is the name of the spell? Let's see, Fog of the Dam to lower once again the melee attack and the leadership of the units up in this side. Boris is trying to fight, but the remaining units of the Vlad and the Depth Guard is making this a very difficult job for him. The Black Knights are still running around and destroying whatever they found. They were I missed it, but they were just destroying any units of archers, of remaining units over here that Bretonia has, and now they're running over here, dealing the final blow to the remaining flagellants of the Empire, and are going to appear to be going over here to try to avenge their Dark Master and bring down Henry the Massive. The remaining Pegasus Knights are also dropping in. Celestra is still trying to turn this fight over her way, but I don't know. I think she's going to be able to do it because she still has a lot of units over here. A lot of zombies, a lot of skeleton spearmen, and a lot of death guard who are going to be doing lots of damage. And it seems that Boris is at the end of his rope. He doesn't want to stay over here. He's just getting hit hard by this death guard and these columns and these zombies. And after that, the big engagement he had with Vlad, yeah, he is not going to hold for much longer. He's doing his best, but he is wavering, and despite having the support of the Green Knight and the Fey Enchantress and Henry the Massive, it seems that he doesn't want to stay over here. Meanwhile over here, the Black Knights are coming in for some charge into some returning men at arms. But yeah, these guys definitely didn't want to face the Black Knights and are going to be trampled down. That's pretty sad for the Bretonian player. The Fey Enchantress and Taurus are now breaking. This is pretty bad for the Holy Alliance. These guys were the linchpin of what remains of their forces, and now they are going to run away. No more healing is going to come over here. The Pegasus Knight trying to protect the Fey Enchantress, but yeah, she has to run away. Which I mean is probably a good choice because she only has 800 health remaining. Boris trying to run away across the Death Guard, who are just body blocking him, not really attacking him, just not allowing him to run away. But yeah, it seems that this battle is going to go over for the Undead Alliance. I mean, the Green Knight is still over here fighting. Although I think a debuff has come his way. Yeah, Song of Enthrallment, which is going to lower his melee attack. But yeah, a nasty blow by Celestra. But yeah, what I was saying. Oh yeah. The Green Knight he still can turn this battle around if he does enough damage. Henry Massive is still flying around, I think. Oh no, he has fallen. Oh no, yeah. That's it for the Holy Alliance. They have no chance of winning this battle now. Some Beast Layers of Baston have returned trying to do their job, but sadly they have been engaged by zombies who are just kicking them in the teeth, and they are going to retreat. And it's all down to the Green Knight, who is surrounded by anti-large units. That's no place for the Green Knight to be. This unit of Dark Guard doing 3000 damage. Damn, boy. And another 4500 for Celestia. Yeah, the Death Guard is crazy, and Celestia herself is as well. Probably because the Green Knight is not really engaging them. He's just trying to break through. Which, yeah, it's not a good choice. And this unit of Spearman doing... Ooh, I thought 851. Yeah, that's also good. And sadly, the Green Knight, despite being a powerful Green Ghost, is taking lots of damage from these guys, and this is going to be the end for him. Boris went back to trying to engage Celestia, but yeah, he's thinking it better, and he's going to run the fuck away from there. He wants to get the Imperial Seat after all, and he cannot get it if he's dead. Over here, the Fey Enchantress has finally been broken permanently by the Black Knights and some zombies, so yeah, he's trying to just get away. It's all down to the Green Knight, who only has 900 health remaining, which I don't think is enough to pull this back. The Black Knights had catch him, and he's going to keep on fighting to the last of his ghosting threat. Yeah, he's just swinging away, trying to bring as many of them as they can, but yeah, he's going to fall. There's no way this guy is going to be able to pull the battle, and finally he falls, and it's a Pyrrhic victory for the Vampire Guns, which I mean, considering the amount of dead bodies that are around here, they can probably just raise their army right back up and go and conquer the Empire. Oh, the Blood died. Where's Blood? I don't know where he went. Oh yeah, over here, Blood died. Over here, I can probably be resuscitated by his ring. Ooh, that's a. I don't know that his cape had like a. I don't know, like a little leg in there. Let's go over to the final screen. So yeah, very between did. A lot of forces fell for the vampire counts, but as I said, you can just you can just raise them again. So yeah, not really a defeat for them. Blood doing 1,900 damage, which I mean, pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of damage potential, but he raised a lot of zombies. So yeah, I think he did his job. 382 for these spellbats, but this one only doing 96. 1,600 for the two guys, almost 700. Yeah, I think they just barely paid for themselves. And lastly over here, 1,800 for the Black Knights with lances and barding. Yeah, pretty much doing a lot of work, mainly dealing with the Knights of the Blazing Sun and the units in the back that were trying to return. Many of the Dire Wolves just getting destroyed. Same with the Karen Rights, not being able to do a lot. All these went almost did 800. That's pretty good. The Crypt Ghouls not doing a lot, and the Spearmen obviously you didn't expect a lot from them, but this one almost doing 900. That's pretty good for a unit of Spearmen. Lastly, the remaining units not doing a lot, but yeah, pretty good. Sadly, we are not seeing the huge amounts of zombies that Blood just kept popping off like zombie. But we cannot see the damage that they dealt. But oh, anyway, and over here, the MVPs of the battle, the Vampire Coast, almost 5,000 for Celestia and 3,600 for this unit of Death Guard. As I said, the Death Guard is just pretty good. Only 1,600 for this one though. But yeah, the Vampire Coast pretty much carried the battle on their back, and in that last bit when the greens for the Vampire Coast were pretty much depleted. Although, I mean, if I say so myself, I also did pull my weight. 200 for the Sirens, who sadly got destroyed, and the Coronets, and of course the Gunners just got eviscerated by those by the Sunmaker. They just got destroyed. 600 for the Zombie Deck Pirate Gunnery map, which is pretty good. They were shooting at Henry Lemessy, if I remember correctly. The Bloated Corpse obviously not doing a lot because he just exploded. And lastly, not a lot for these last guys, but yes, last time. 4,700. Definitely don't underestimate him, and don't underestimate Death Guard. Almost 4,000 on just these units of Death Guard. That's just crazy. Over here, the Faint Charge is doing pretty good. 2,300 for being mainly a healing unit. She did a lot of work. 1,300, the Green Knight definitely not paying for himself. And 1,300, definitely Henry Massive doing lots of work on top of his Hippogriff. Mainly just destroying Blood, so yeah. Blood just got destroyed. I'm pretty sad because Blood is one of my favorite characters, and I was playing as him, but he got completely destroyed once the Henry Massive and its Pegasus and the Green Knight and the Faint Charge just came on top of him. 1,400 for the Pegasus Knight, not really paying off for themselves. 500 for the Blessed Trebuchet, and only 600 for the Beast Slayers. Come on, one of my favorite units only doing 600. That's very sad. Although, yeah, Celestia did pretty much destroy them with one spell. 800 for the Mounted Gentleman. That's pretty surprising. Only 500 for these guys, and the Men at Arms not doing a lot. Let's go over to the Empire with the Sunmaker, 1,400 and 600 for the Hammer of the Witches. He probably expected more from that Regiment of Renown. Artillery units, 2,300 for Boris, who was just dealing with Blood through the whole battle. He was just dueling with him, and he would have lost if not for Bretonia. Meanwhile, 800 and 1,000 for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. They just got destroyed in that opening engagement. They just didn't have a chance. 800 for this unit of range, and only 900 for the silver, or 400 for the silver bullets, 400 for the Sigmar Sun. And yeah, it seems that Bretonia carried in that battle, because I don't see a lot of value coming from these guys. Although they did dealt with the Vampire Coast artillery, but oh well, that's all for today. Oh, anyway, that was a pretty fun battle. It was pretty much down to the wire. It could have gone either way, but sadly well, good for me actually, the Vampire Coast managed to pull it out. Why? Because they had a full unit of Death Guard just destroying everything that remained. Oh well, that's what it is, and it was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed, and have a happy Halloween. Yeah, go over there, ask for some candy, and enjoy Halloween. Watch some horror movies. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next time. Goodbye.